Welcome to Writing Clean Code with PEP 8 in Python. In this lesson, we will learn why style matters in Python and how to write readable, clean code. PEP 8 is the official Python style guide that helps everyone write code the same way. Clean code is easier to read, share, and update. Let us get started. Running the cell now. Before we dive in, try thinking about code you have read that was easy versus code that was messy. If you are ready, remember to like the video and subscribe for more lessons. What is PEP 8? PEP 8 is a set of recommendations for writing Python code. It covers things like spaces and indentation, naming your variables, using blank lines, and more. Running the cell now. Why should I care? Clean code is easier for you and others to understand. If everyone uses the same style, it makes teamwork smooth. It also helps you find bugs faster. Running the cell now. First, let us look at indentation. Spaces tell Python which code belongs together. Here, for each number in range 3, we print the word hello. The bottom is an example of bad indentation. Avoid writing code like that. It is much harder to read and will cause errors. Running the cell now. Now you try. Write your own for loop that prints your name 3 times. Also, like the video and share it with a friend. PEP 8 says you should use for spaces each time you indent. Here is an if statement that is always true. And this print line is indented with 4 spaces. Running the cell now. Next, blank lines are useful to make your code easy to follow. They help break up your code into parts. Here is a greet function. We print hello. Now we have a bye function. We print goodbye. Running the cell now. Naming is important. Variables and functions should have meaningful names. Here we use favorite underscore color as a variable. We name a function print underline color. In this function, we print the favorite color. Then we use our function to print the color. Running the cell now. Try not to use one-letter variable names, except in tiny loops. Here X is not clear. But age in years tells us much more. Running the cell now. Let us use comments. This variable holds the height in centimeters. Here, our comment tells us we are calculating height in meters. We convert by dividing by 100. Now we print height in meters. Running the cell now. Let us think about math in code. PEP 8 recommends adding spaces around plus, minus, and equal signs. In this example, no spaces in A makes it hard to read. In B we use spaces, so it is much clearer. We print A. We print B. Running the cell now. Practice, change a messy math line by adding spaces to make it easier to read. If you have a default value in a function, like y equals 3, do not put spaces around the equal sign. This keeps the code tidy. Now, calling this function with just 2 gives us 5. Running the cell now. PEP 8 asks us to keep our lines to 79 characters or less. This line is good. Here we store a short message. We print the message. Long lines like this comment make your code hard to follow. Try to split them up. Running the cell now. Time for some interaction. Here we ask you for your favorite snack using input. We print a message with your snack. Running the cell now. Try changing the question to ask for a favorite movie instead. Always write constants in all capital letters. Here, pi is a constant for the number pi. We set a circle radius. We calculate the area of the circle. Now we print the circle area. Running the cell now. PEP8 says no spaces after opening or before closing brackets. Notice the commas in this list and dictionary have only one space after each comma. Here is a list of colors. This is a dictionary for a person. We print the list of colors. Running the cell now. When writing new functions, always add 2 blank lines above them. Here is a multiply function. It returns the product of x and y. We call multiply with 3 and 4. Running the cell now. Try writing a function for subtraction that follows this style. Inline comments should explain why you do something. Leave at least 2 spaces between code and comment. Here, width holds the width in centimeters. Length holds the length. This area variable is for area in centimeters squared. Running the cell now. Mini project, simple Scorekeeper. Let us put PEP8 in action with a small project. We will write a program to keep track of 2 players' game scores. You will enter points, and the program will print who is winning. Running the cell now. First, let us set up our players. Ask the first player's name with input. Ask the second player's name. Set both their scores to 0 at the start. 0 means they have not scored yet. Running the cell now. Next, let both players enter their new points. We update score 1 using input and turn it into an integer. We do the same for score 2. If score 1 is higher, we print that player 1 is winning. If score 2 is higher, we print that player 2 is winning. If their scores are the same, it is a tie. Running the cell now. Try adding a loop to let players add more rounds. Can you also show the total score at the end? Here is a common problem. If your indentation is wrong, your code will not run. Notice how the print line inside the loop is indented properly. The last commented line would cause an error if you did not indent it. Running the cell now. For bigger projects, use a formatting tool. Black and Auto PEP8 will fix your code style for you. This saves time and prevents style mistakes. Running the cell now. Practice, install a formatter and try it out on one of your scripts. Recap, writing clean code with PEP8. Use for spaces for indentation. Pick clear, descriptive names. Add comments that explain why. Use blank lines to separate code. Mind your spaces. Following PEP8 makes your code readable and easier to work with. Running the cell now. Thanks for learning about clean Python code with PEP8. Like this video if you found it helpful. Comment your questions or ideas. And subscribe for more beginner Python lessons. Share this with a friend who wants to write better code. Running the cell now.